I'm coming to get you.
Hi, I'm Derek Diedrichson for Tiny Yellow House, and this time around we've been so kindly invited to take a look into the world of gypsy living, believe it or not, in the city of Boston.
Hi, my name is Sage, and I live in Boston, Massachusetts, in a Gypsy Wagon. I've always been fascinated with Gypsy Wagons because of the romance of them and how people live a beautiful life in them, nomadic life, and I wanted to build a modern-day version. This is in the Boston city limits, but it's rural here, and I wake up hearing the birds instead of police cars. It was on the 4th of July in 2009. I decided I wanted to have this kind of independence. I looked on Craigslist and I found a trailer for $500. It took 4 months on the weekends to get the thing framed out and livable, and then I spent the next several months finishing the framing and some shelving. This was a 12-foot trailer to begin with, and I made this thing 18 feet long, so I cantilevered it out. I made the floor joist very long. It's under 120 square feet, and because the thing is a box with plywood sheathing on the outside and on the inside, it has a certain rigidity. I just wanted to make a pleasant space, and it's still evolving. Like when I put up a new shelf, I feel like I've just created space because I can put more things there. For the bathroom, you have to walk outside. I use an outhouse situation. I was originally going to have a wood stove in the house, but I went with propane for space considerations. I heat the entire place, I think, for about $20 a month, and it's pretty well insulated. It's got R13 in the walls and R19 on the ceiling. So yeah, I keep it very cozy in here. When people first come into the Gypsy Wagon, they find sort of a fairy tale quality about it, which is really what I like about it too. I like to live with magic in my life, at least the feeling of magic. You just can't have too much stuff, and you have to keep the stuff you have organized. So that just means that you keep what's really special to you. I have a couple of garden beds out there, and this year I'll be putting in a couple more. I have one bed full of kale, which is the greatest vegetable, and it lasts through the winter. And I was harvesting it in February this year. I also recently started building beehives, and I'm excited to find a swarm. Last October, I built the sunroom. I found these 40 panes of tempered glass about 5 years ago on a construction site, and I just had to haul them down from the top of the building. And I had them sitting there, and then I wanted a sunroom, so I framed it out to fit the glass. And so I think a total cost of $130. I have a greenhouse. I'm going to put in a couple more raised beds, and I think I'll put in some more 5-gallon buckets and grow beans up arbors and up trees and things like that. I heard about this dilapidated garage, and I talked with the couple who owned the house, and I rented it and fixed it up, made it into a workshop. And I was making furniture, and I also was working as a carpenter at the time, and I started building small guitars as well. I have a small guitar company called Selva Guitars. Selva as in forest in Spanish. You can look on selvaguitars.com if you want to see an example of some guitars. I pay under $400 a month for all the rent and utilities. I get a sunroom, a workshop, and a little basement room, and a yard with a garden. I love it. It keeps my life simple, and it keeps everything within sight, you know? If you want to see more pictures of my Gypsy Wagon, you can go to gypsyliving.org.
So that's it for this episode of Tiny Yellow House. Be sure to check out our other episodes where we explore houseboats, micro shelters, and the beyond. I'm Derek Diedrichson. We'll catch you next time.